Why are you still watching reality? You decided something, you declared it, you imagined it, you accept it, it's done, and yet you keep checking, waiting for a sign from the universe, from the 3D. You keep checking, scanning, looking for movement, wondering if it's working. So that's what we are talking about today. And if you are new here, welcome. And if you already subscribed, welcome back to the Wealth Identity podcast. And thank you so much for being here and part of our growing community. This is a space where we explore money, identity, and reality from the inside out. And I'm Agnes. And here, wealth identity doesn't just mean money. It means remembering that you are the authority of your reality, and it was always the truth of who you are. It means the freedom to remain in what you've already chosen without asking anyone or anything or life to confirm it for you first, without asking permission, because this is the moment where most people quietly step out of the shift, to step out of what they have chosen, not because they changed their mind, but because they went back to watching. After acceptance, the outer world often doesn't change. Nothing happens. It doesn't change immediately. Sometimes there's silence. Sometimes the same situation or circumstances are still there. And something in us doesn't like how simple that is. The mind says, this feels too easy. If it was really done, something would have happened by now. So maybe I should check one more time. Maybe I should do it again, listen to another video, do another method. Maybe I should, get rid of my thoughts. And suddenly we are back in the study mode, fixing mode, I need to know more mode, reading another book. Not because we are confused or we don't know enough, because we know too much. We don't fully trust what we decided. We don't stand in the conviction. We don't stand in our power. And power is unfamiliar to identities that learned safety through effort, like myself. Safety through doing, safety through watching and adjusting and staying ready. So when we finally sit down in expectation, something in the system gets anxious, nervous. It says, don't relax yet, don't settle yet until you see something. But that vigilance is an identity. It's the old seat, it's the old one. Watching is not neutral. Watching is a position. It says, I'm not there yet. I'm still waiting. I'm still seeing if this is allowed. I'm still not sure that I'm allowed. And reality responds to that position, not as a punishment, as loyalty. So the reason acceptance feels fragile is because most people never leave hope. Hope waits. Hope monitors. Hope asks time to cooperate. Expectation doesn't. Expectation has already moved. And that's why people go back to learning. They think they are being responsible, spiritual, careful, but often they are avoiding the discomfort of power, of authority. Because once you accept something is done, there is nothing left to work on. And that silence can feel like standing in open space without a railing. It's like, what am I supposed to do now? No ritual, no one to consult, just me and my position. And that's terrifying. To identities trained to earn what we want, earn what we desire. So we reopen the case. And then we start collecting new explanation, new content, new angles, new perspective, new reassurance. We go back into doing more without realizing. We stepped out of it's done and I'm expecting this to unfold now and I don't negotiate. And that's the loop. This is exactly why I created the mirror. Not because people need another anything, another method or technique, but because this middle space, like after you decide and before the world reflects it, the in-between, that's where people need support. The mirror is a place to rest in the new position, to be reminded when you subtly lean forward again and you want to go check, to see when watching replaced expectation, to be reflected back in real time into authority without force or fixing or coaching or healing or needing or shame or whatever. It's a bridge. You don't need it. Nothing outside of you is required ever, but it helps. Because staying seated in a new identity while life is still echoing the old identity is not something most people have ever practiced. Inside that space, people learn how not to compromise, how not to negotiate, how not to give their power away, how not to abandon themselves when silent stretches, or how to remain where they just said, where they just moved. I call it staying seated until it becomes normal, unremarkable, stable. And that's when reality reorganizes. And sometimes it's instant and sometimes it's not. But it always is true. It always does. It always follows where you stand. So if you notice yourself watching and checking, timing, wanting to learn more, wanting to go back, needing proof, you're not wrong. Just recognize this. It's the old identity trying to reclaim the seat, what it felt comfortable. You don't need to fight it. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to do anything with it, replace it or anything. Just stop moving with it. Stay in expectation. Stay in the quiet authority of what you already chose. That's the shift. That's the discipline. That's the freedom. And that's what this entire body of work is about. That's why I did the channel. And if this landed for you, you can like or share with someone who might need to hear this. And if you want to explore this more deeply, and what the mirror is about, there is a link in the description box. And you can read about this reflection space created to support people in stabilizing their new position until it becomes the new normal. So, also one more thing, because I know, and I've been asked this a lot. What about thoughts? What about emotions? What about having a bad day? What about having many bad days? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change. It's unfolding anyway. But people always move back to their old position. And from there, it's another loop. It's another cycle. So choosing, staying, expecting, knowing it's already unfolding, and staying in that expectation is what moves reality fast. So thank you for being here today, and I see you in the next episode of the Wealth Identity Podcast.